Hi, gang, it's Adam.
And Patrick.
Coming up on today's episode, we discuss the trailer for Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, cover the latest Disney news, and head to Fantasyland in Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom for a walk in the park. As always, we close out the show with some quick D. All that and more on today's episode of Gays Do the D.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Patrick.
Adam Francesca Hummel.
I like Francesca. It sounds exotic.
You're very French.
Am I?
Yeah, sure, why not?
What should your middle name be today? Let's see. Patrick.
Yeah.
Mabel Kozuki.
I like Mabel.
Yeah, it's kind of old-timey.
Yeah, it sounds like a Golden Girl kind of a situation. I'm into it.
How are you, my friend?
I'm lovely. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
How was your birthday?
I mean, I'm still celebrating. I can't stop.
Well, listen, you have a party tonight.
Yes.
You have a birthday dinner next week.
Oof,
We
yeah.
get it, Adam. We get it. Your birthday happened.
It's never going to end.
No, not till next year.
Yeah.
And then it just all starts over again.
But I would like to say to everyone who sent me birthday wishes on Instagram and on social media, I truly appreciate it. You made me feel like a special, special lady on the big 4-0.
On behalf of everyone, you're welcome. Jeez.
Yeah.
We get it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I appreciate all of those wishes. I would have appreciated gifts, but wishes are fine too. Mostly monetary gifts would have been great. Anything over 10,000 would have been welcomed.
If you refer to a past podcast episode, you were the one who said you prefer memories, not merch. So you've done this to yourself.
Is money merch?
Fair enough. That's fair.
Yes.
Please send Adam cash.
No, but seriously, thank you, everyone. I really, really appreciate it. You're all so thoughtful.
Since we're just handing out thank yous left and right, Adam,
yes,
we may as well thank everyone who sent in those wonderful questions for our new segment, Questions and Peter Pantsers with Adam and Patrick.
We already have so many submissions. I can't wait until we can do that segment again.
For sure. And please, please continue to send them in. We will never stop taking them. So you can email us at info@gaysdothed.com.
Or you can reach out to us on social media at GDTD Podcast. And for those of you that don't know, it can be any type of question. It can be a Disney question. It can be a question about Patrick and me.
That's right. Maybe a philosophical question about the world in general.
Will peace in the Middle East ever be reached?
Listen, we're here to answer whatever we can.
And solve most of the world's problems.
Absolutely. That's what we're doing with this podcast,
That's
don't you
right.
think?
Yes.
We're lifting the world up and creating peace in the world. Nope, we're not doing that at all, are we?
A piece of something in the world. Yeah. Yeah. You know, Patrick, on last week's episode, we chatted briefly during the anniversary segment about the anniversary of the Disney film Dinosaur.
Sure did.
And at that time, I kind of questioned whether Disney had ever done a really solid dinosaur movie.
Yeah.
Or one that was really well received. Apart from the segment in Fantasia, which I think is amazing.
Yeah, true story.
Well, our friend Simon on Instagram, you can find him at SimeyBear, wrote in to say, Disney did a great but obscure dinosaur movie called One of Our Dinosaurs is Missing. Without giving too much away, they essentially steal a dinosaur skeleton from the Natural History Museum in London, cut to hilarious scenes of it rolling down the road and people catching glimpses of it between buildings. If you like dry British humor, you will love it.
Wow.
It is a live-action film.
Okay.
It's from 1975.
Oh, wow.
It is billed as a funky fossil frolic.
I've been given that title as well.
Yeah. And it is directed by Robert Stevenson, who also directed Mary Poppins and Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
What on earth?
And on top of that, Peter Ustinov and Helen Hayes are in it.
What?
I know.
How did I miss that? Well, I guess I wasn't born in 1975, but still.
It looks like a romp, but I will say one thing.
Yeah.
Peter Ustinov and a bunch of other white dudes play Chinese men.
Oh, dear.
So it's one of those movies.
So maybe they'll just tuck it under the covers on this one.
I don't think this one's going to make it on Disney Plus.
Can't imagine.
But it does look very funny aside from the
cultural appropriation.
Thank you.
There it is.
Thank you. Yeah, so Simon's recommendation for a funky fossil frolic is One of Our Dinosaurs is Missing.
Simon, what would we do without you? You always write in and correct us and or give us further information.
We appreciate it, Simon.
Yeah, you should have your own podcast, and I'll subscribe. I'll subscribe and quit this one.
What?
What? Moving on, Adam. Now that your birthday is finally over, we can move on to another birthday.
Yeah.
Maybe just as important as yours.
Who would dare have a birthday in the same year as me?
One Mr. Goofy.
Goofy?
Goofy is turning 87 years old.
I feel younger now.
Well, born, I guess? Is that the word we're going to use?
Born?
On May 25th, 1932.
He was part of a litter of 7 pups.
He sure was.
Yeah.
I feel like we should give a little homage to Goofy.
Okay.
It's kind of a big holiday for Disney, don't you think?
Goofy's birthday? Yeah.
For sure. And this will clear up something for all of our is he a cow, is he a dog?
Oh.
Speculators.
Those conspiracy theorists out there.
I know. So Goofy first premiered in the animated short Mickey's Review.
Okay.
And he was titled as Dippy Dog.
Oh, yes.
DAWG, but still.
Yeah.
Dog.
Dog,
everybody.
Yeah.
He was a much older version of the Goofy that we know today, but animators credit this appearance as Goofy's birthday, and he would later show up in September 1932 as Goofy, titled as Goofy, in the animated short The Whoopee Party.
Whoopee!
Whoopee, Goofy. Garsh. That's my favorite when he says that.
Garsh. I like when he does the yoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo anytime he falls off anything.
Or a hook.
Yeah.
Aw, Goofy. Just quickly, if I may, a little history about Goofy. I promise I'll keep it short. But he was primarily shown when he was first animated with Mickey and Donald until he got his own series in 1939. And 2 Goofy shorts were nominated for an Oscar, How to Play Football in 1944 and Aquamania in 1961. And he had a series with just he and Donald Duck in 1938 called Polar Trappers. I didn't know that.
A series called Polar Trappers?
Well, there was a series of Goofy and Donald, the first of which was Polar Trappers.
Oh, got it.
Sorry,
Okay.
I said that a little bit obscurely.
Got it.
And then they went into co-star in 5 more shorts together.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't know they had quite the pairing. And of course, now they're in Kingdom Hearts together in the game.
Sure.
I don't know. I think they have a little something going on.
It's like a odd couple situation,
I
right?
love it.
Those 2 together.
Yeah. It's kind of a fun pair because he's so goofy,
Yeah.
and then Donald is just kind of, like the Oscar of the 2.
Anxiety ridden.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Frank Webb did the original concept drawings for Goofy, but Art Babbitt is widely regarded for the creation of the Goofy character, and Babbitt describes Goofy as an everlasting optimist, a gullible good Samaritan.
I do love Goofy.
He's great.
Yes.
Of the Fab Five, I think Donald and Goofy are my top 2.
Okay, so should Donald ever fall out of favor with you,
Well, yeah.
Goofy might step up. I just want everyone to know that Donald's actually sitting next to Patrick right now, and he just gave Donald a side eye, as if Donald may have done something wrong, or like, watch out, Donald, you ever do anything wrong, you're out.
In fact, I'm actually just looking for his approval.
Oh.
He monitors my every move.
Okay.
We all know who's in charge.
Wow.
It's Donald Duck.
That's quite the relationship you have.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. So happy birthday. Happy 87th birthday.
87.
Goofy.
Happy birthday, Goofy.
Love it.
Speaking of Goofy, Patrick, the Maleficent Mistress of Evil trailer came out last week.
That's such a good segue.
Thank you so much.
Did you watch it?
I did watch it. Did you watch it?
I sure did. Of course I did.
Good, because we're going to talk about it a little bit right now.
Uh-oh.
What'd you think of it? Overall impressions?
I'm actually really excited for this movie. I know that maybe, much like Goofy, I am an eternal optimist.
Yeah.
But it looks stunning.
It looks stunning.
But so did the first movie.
Right.
Which you disliked more than I did.
I did not care for Maleficent.
You did not. You did
Yeah.
not. I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
I liked it. I wasn't a big fan of the storyline of it, though.
Sure.
But I loved the visual effects in it, and Angelina Jolie was just beautiful
Yeah.
as Maleficent.
Yeah.
So I still have some hopes for this movie. What about you?
I'm going to go into it with a completely clean slate.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to forget the first movie.
Wow.
I'm just going to march into this movie, and I'm going to sit back, enjoy, and hopefully not come out completely frustrated.
Adam, 40 looks good on you.
Thank you so much.
Your glass is a little less half empty.
It's mainly my blood pressure. I need to keep it down.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Did anyone on the gram have things to say?
People on the gram had things to say.
I'm certain.
Our friend Dane, who you can find on Instagram at Daneland, said Maleficent is going super sexy in that last look.
Yeah.
Cosplayers are going to go nuts over it.
Oh, dear. I didn't think about that.
After seeing that last outfit, I might wear it to Oogie Boogie's Halloween Bash in Disneyland when we go.
I can see it. You can be male-efficient.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Just so much cleavage.
Yeah.
Astronaut.Mike_Dexter said,
I love that name.
Oy vey, you know when you eat some odd food that is terrible and makes you sick and you are like, never again. But then years later, you are like, you know what? Let's give it another whirl. And you eat it and it makes you even sicker. I have a feeling.
Oh, no. It's like touching the hot kettle twice.
Yep.
Okay.
Our friend Brooke, who you can find on Instagram at Lowen_Brooke, said, I've watched this about 5 times already. I'm so excited. Mesbenai, who wrote in at Diamond in the Rough Clothing Company, said, anything with Michelle Pfeiffer in it is a win in my book. I think this is a smart way to expand their universe and capitalize on their property. I have a feeling this will be like their variation of Empire Strikes Back, meaning it will end on a dark note so that Disney can make a trilogy.
Interesting.
And last but not least, Daniel, who you can find on Instagram at DancoDirect, said, wow, she is slaying.
True story. She was slaying it up in that preview.
So it's a mix, right? There's some people that are truly, truly excited to see this sequel, and there's some people that are maybe a little bit more wary of it.
Fair enough. I feel like Disney is taking us on an emotional roller coaster journey with their live action movies lately.
Yeah.
Dumbo, not so much.
Yeah.
The Avengers movies, great.
Yeah.
Aladdin, who can say? Remains to be seen.
Yes, and we will be talking about Aladdin on next week's episode.
Oh, there's a good segue.
Our spoiler-free review. So we should say, anyone out there who happens to be seeing Aladdin on opening night or on Friday, please contact us on social media or via email and let us know your thoughts about the movie, because we will be recording on Saturday and giving our spoiler-free review of the film.
I'm super excited. I have my T-shirt all picked out that I'm going to wear.
Oh, you have it laid out on your bed.
I do, actually.
Are you brushing your hair 100 times before we go?
100 times.
Yeah.
Just like Marsha Brady.
Yep. If you'd like to send us your thoughts via social media, you can reach us at GDTD Podcast.
And as always, you can email us at info@gaysdothed.com. Speaking of which, we have another call out to make.
So many calls out.
I know. I'm calling so many people. We have a really fun interview coming up for a future episode, so we'll have to wait a couple of weeks before it airs.
That's right.
But we are interviewing my friend Becca, who is Disney Kitty, Kittee, on YouTube and on Instagram. She's huge, blowing up. I think she has 23,000 followers on YouTube right now. She just did the 6-park coast-to-coast Disney Challenge.
Amazing.
So we're going to interview her all about her trip and her experience in the social media world of Disney. Super exciting. So if any of you follow Becca, if you don't, you should right now, and have questions for her, send them our way. We're going to interview her this Tuesday evening, May 21st. So prior to that, send us your questions, again, on social media that we just announced and via email.
Yes, please do. This is part of a new segment that we're going to be producing that will focus on creators and influencers in the Disney world. We see all these people who have vlogs and have social media accounts, and apart from their Disney fanaticism, we don't really get to know that much about them.
Yeah.
So it'd be really cool to kind of sit down with Becca and get to know her and also talk about how her passion for Disney started and what keeps her going and her overall enthusiasm for the Disney parks and Disney culture.
Exactly. There's such a big community of Disney social media, as you said, movers and shakers, I guess.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of crossover, so we thought, let's all get connected. We're all passionate about the same thing. Why not join hands and bridge the gap between each other?
Yes.
So send us those questions. Super excited to talk to Becca this week.
As am I. And do you know what else I'm super excited for, Patrick?
What's that?
News.
Work. Adam, I've got some very important news for you.
Okay.
It's about Rafiki's Planet Watch.
Oh, man. What a saga this has been.
They really should just make a movie out of this. It's a real emotional roller coaster for me. Yes. I can't take it anymore. So earlier this year, we reported that Rafiki's Planet Watch would be reopening this summer. It's still happening.
Okay.
But the reopening has been pushed into August.
Okay.
Probably later in August.
Okay.
So construction has been slowed down a bit. But we do have a little bit more information on what to expect in the refurbed area.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I still can't confirm that it will ever open.
Sure.
But who knows?
Sure.
So the Song of the Rainforest booth, do you remember those?
No.
There was these little booths inside of the building that's there that were shaped like Grandmother Willow.
Okay.
And you could go inside and listen to sounds of the rainforest.
Yep.
They will be torn down, or currently being torn down, to accommodate a new area displaying Disney's history in animating animals specifically. And they will be taking inspiration from actual wildlife to fully capture them on screen. Examples will be pulled from Bambi, of course, and The Lion King. And then references from the old Walt Disney Productions' True Life Adventures will also be displayed in this new area.
Okay, so they're tearing down Grandmother Willow.
They sure are.
To put up a history exhibit about animals and animation, and specifically Disney animation.
That's exactly right.
That's exciting.
Sure.
Will it happen? Stay tuned.
Who can say? But they are currently ripping Grandmother Willow out of the ground and putting up a parking lot.
Okay. Since first honoring Fred MacMurray in 1987, Disney has recognized 289 Disney legends.
Amazing.
And at this year's D23 Expo in Anaheim, the new class, the Saved by the Bell new class, Disney Legends will be honored. The 11 individuals being inducted are former vice chairman of Walt Disney Parks and Resorts for Asia Pacific Development, as well as executive vice president of Walt Disney Imagineering, Wing Chow.
Wow.
Iron Man actor Robert Downey Jr.
Love it.
Director of Iron Man and the live-action remakes of The Jungle Book and The Lion King, Jon Favreau.
That makes sense.
Actor and voice of Darth Vader and Mufasa, James Earl Jones.
Oh, wow.
Actress and voice of Georgette in Oliver and Company and star of Hocus Pocus, Bette Midler.
Keeping it gay.
Director, choreographer, and producer known for directing Newsies, Hocus Pocus, and High School Musical, Kenny Ortega.
Keeping it gayer.
Parade and stage show director and Phantasmic creator, Barnett Ricci.
Wow.
Good Morning America co-anchor Robin Roberts.
Aw.
ABC News anchor Diane Sawyer.
Interesting.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. actress and voice of Mulan, Ming-Na Wen.
That makes sense.
Yes, and composer for Iron Man and the instrumental scores for The Lion King, both animated and live action, Hans Zimmer.
Oh, this is a huge year.
It is a big, big year. They have picked some truly talented people to receive the Disney Legend honor.
Yeah, legends indeed. Tell me why Diane Sawyer is being put up there as a legend.
Because she's fabulous.
Fair enough.
And because there's the ABC connection there, and Disney owns ABC.
Of course. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It just didn't track in my head with the connection of Disney, but yeah, for sure.
Of the honor, Disney Chairman and Chief Executive Officer Bob Iger said, "The Disney Legends Award is the highest honor we can bestow. It's a recognition of talent, a celebration of achievement, and an expression of profound gratitude to the remarkable men and women who have made an indelible mark on our company and our creative legacy. This year's honorees have earned a place in our hearts and our history for their significant contributions in film, television, and our theme parks around the world."
If even 3 of those honorees are at D23, I will burn someone's house down to be there.
Patrick, I think a majority of them will be there. Honorees receive a 2-foot-tall bronze Disney Legend sculpture.
It's my height.
2 feet tall.
I'll have to look up to it.
And that signifies the imagination, creativity, and magic they have brought to the company. Disney Legends Award recipients will also participate in a handprint ceremony at the end of the event, and their bronzed prints will be displayed in the Disney Legends Plaza at the company's Burbank headquarters.
Amazing.
Hosted by Disney Chairman and CEO Bob Iger, the Disney Legends Awards ceremony will be held at 10 a.m. on Friday, August 23rd in Hall D23 of the Anaheim Convention Center. Admission to the ceremony will be on a first-come, first-served basis and is included in the price of a ticket to the D23 Expo 2019.
I need to be served immediately.
Tickets for D23 Expo 2019 are available for $89 for a one-day adult admission and $69 for children ages 3 to 9. Gold members of D23, the official Disney fan club, can purchase tickets for $77 for a one-day adult admission and $59 for children ages 3 to 9. For more information on the honorees, tickets, and the D23 Expo 2019, visit d23expo.com.
I am no longer listening to you. I am purchasing tickets to D23 right now.
The episode for you ends right here.
In previous episodes, we reported on 4 new and or updated cinematic experiences coming to Epcot: the Beauty and the Beast sing-along, the first ever seamless Circle Vision film for the China Pavilion, the new O Canada Circle Vision film, and Awesome Planet. Word on the street is that all 4 experiences will open at the same time during the 2020 Epcot International Festival of the Arts as part of a film festival theme.
Cool.
That's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
And smart that they would just do it all at the same time.
Very.
Here's what I didn't know. That the Beauty and the Beast sing-along would be just a film situation. It doesn't sound like they're going to use actors, but
Really?
not a lot of information has been released yet. But
Okay.
it doesn't sound like it.
I just assumed that like there would be a film element and actors would come out.
Like they do the Frozen experience.
Yes, right.
But they're having it in the France Pavilion where Impressions of France
Yes.
shows. I'm sorry, Impressions de France
Thank you.
shows.
Merci.
Which, is there a stage there?
I don't know. I've not. I guess I haven't really paid attention to that. Maybe they're building one for it.
Yeah, who can say?
Interesting.
So yeah, like I said, that's where they're going to be holding that one. But Impressions de France is not leaving. They're just going to run the 2 at alternating times.
Right.
The Reflections of China will reopen in the same building as its current version of the film, but it will have, like I said, the very first seamless Circle Vision for that.
I'm excited to see that.
Should be pretty cool.
Yeah, that film needs an update. It'll be really cool to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome Planet will be in the Harvest Theater inside the Land Pavilion, which once housed Circle of Life, an environmental fable, and the new O Canada film will be housed in the same theater where it currently is playing. The film has no details on what's new in it, and they did not say whether or not they're going to be using Martin Short.
Right.
My guess is they're not.
Who knows?
Who can say?
Yeah. Who else could they get from Canada?
Is Cheyenne Jackson from Canada?
I don't know.
Even if he's not, just use him.
Yeah, what hot guy from Canada can we get?
I just told you Cheyenne Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
Listen.
Okay.
What other hot guy? Celine Dion?
Celine Dion would be an excellent hot guy choice.
She's a hot guy.
Yeah. Some sad news to report. Actor and comedian and Disney legend Tim Conway has passed away at the age of 85. Conway, who was probably best known for his hilarious goofball characters on The Carol Burnett Show, was an Emmy award-winning sketch comedian and writer. He also voiced Barnacle Boy, Mermaid Man's sidekick on SpongeBob SquarePants. But among ardent Disney fans, he was known as Amos Tucker in both 1975's The Apple Dumpling Gang and its sequel, 1979's The Apple Dumpling Gang Rides Again. In a foreword to Conway's autobiography, Carol Burnett referred to him as a kind and funny genius. She went on to say his sketches with Harvey Korman deserve a spot in whatever cultural time capsule we're setting aside for future generations. Maybe there are other performers as funny, but in my opinion, I can't think of anybody funnier. And Patrick, when I was doing some research on Tim Conway, I came across the YouTube video, The Dentist. Have you ever seen The Dentist sketch from the Carol Burnett Show?
Oh, yes.
Where he accidentally injects his hands with Novocaine and he's trying to perform surgery on Harvey Korman. And Harvey Korman is losing it. He cannot keep it together.
Absolutely.
And that's what Tim Conway was really known for, especially on the Carol Burnett Show, was getting the other actors to crack. And that was some of the funniest moments on that show. I just loved Tim Conway.
Yeah, if you want to see or take a lesson in true comedy, go watch him and everybody on the Carol Burnett Show.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He was completely committed to his characters.
Yeah.
And while his castmates were dying laughing, he would keep it together. He would just keep it together. It was amazing.
He didn't think of himself as super funny, but he just was naturally the funniest guy in the world.
So talented.
Yeah, such a loss.
Yes, such a loss. And of course, our condolences to Mr. Conway's family.
Adam, as you know, June is right around the corner, which for us means Pride Month.
Yay!
New Pride merch has been spotted on site at Disney's All-Star Movies Resort.
Ooh.
A set of mini ears with a black band. They're real sparkly.
Yeah.
And the ears are black as well with a bright rainbow bow and a retro-style red baseball cap with rainbow ears and a rainbow Disney World logo can be found there.
Ooh.
Not sure whether these items can be found in other resorts around the park yet or if they are just testing the popularity of these.
Sure.
But the picture online looks super cute and I need them immediately. Both of them. You're like salivating over this Pride merch.
I love some Pride merch. I'm
Me
not normally
too.
a merch guy, but anytime a rainbow is associated with something, I'm like, that's interesting.
It's true.
I love it.
Disney does a really good job of using the rainbow.
They do.
It's super cute.
Yeah.
And not exploitative.
Yeah, that's a great way to describe it.
Thank you. So the mini ears are retailing right now for $27.99, and the baseball cap is $29.99. With Pride Month around the corner, I have to say I'm super excited to see what Disney has in store. This is just a taste of it, and I think that they're going to do a lot more. I hope that they are. It seems in years past, they have started to slowly build their collection of Pride merch.
Yeah.
And I am here for it.
I feel like last year definitely took a couple steps up.
Yeah.
And then this year, I just want to see it explode.
Yeah, last year they even had a section on the Shop Disney website with Pride merch specifically.
Yes.
I'm so excited for that.
Yes.
I'm buying all of it.
I'm super excited for June, and everyone should just stay tuned because we might have some super exciting things in June coming your way.
Could be.
Is it related to this news segment? Who knows?
Who can say?
Who can say?
We're such a Pride tease.
Last week, film site /film.com reported that Walt Disney Pictures is developing a reboot of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids with Josh Gad attached to star.
Boy, did we need this.
I'm kind of excited for it.
I am too. It's super random.
It is. In the original film, Rick Moranis played a scientist father who accidentally shrinks his teenage son and daughter alongside some neighborhood kids to just a quarter of an inch in size. They must then adventure through their backyard to return home while fending off insects and other massive-sized obstacles. /Film reports that the plan is for the movie to be set about 3 decades after the 1989 original, with Gad set to play the grown-up version of scientist and inventor Wayne Zielinski's son, Nick Zielinski. The new movie, which will be titled Shrunk, will be a reboot of the original film, but positioned as a Lega sequel. Got that? Lega sequel, which means it will exist in the same world and continue the overall storyline. And yes, Nick Zielinski accidentally shrinks his kids, which kickstarts the story of the film. The project is aiming for a theatrical release and will not be a Disney Plus original. So, Patrick, I posted the story to our Instagram at GDTD Podcast, and listeners were split on the news of the reboot.
I'm certain of that.
Enchanted Photo Co. said, "What? If this is real, this is exciting. The originals are underrated, and I'm excited for a reboot. Plus, Josh is hilarious." Our friend Ben, who you can find at BJW Brooks, said, "Only if they get Rick Moranis too."
Interesting.
Which is interesting because I think Rick Moranis kind of retired from acting.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of him lately, have we?
Trans Disney Boy said, "You." Just you. That's very clear, Trans Disney Boy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Message received.
Rod Meets World said, "But like, why do we need it?"
I like starting a sentence with the word but why?
Brooke, who you can find on Instagram at Lowen_Brooke, said, "I don't know how I feel about this." And Damien Daz said, "This is a really good choice. Besides Disney really needing a way to showcase Josh's talents more so than just his voice, I think this is a good fit for him and for long-term reintegration back into the parks, perhaps, if successful. Disney is all about saving that coin, and you know they have been sitting on those huge Honey, I Shrunk the Kids props for years now."
That's a good point.
Yeah, he's referencing the old Disney MGM props that were kind of near the backlot tour. They had this kind of giant set from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and kids could like climb around on it. It was really impressive.
I wonder if they would ever consider doing another Honey, I Shrunk the Audience.
Oh, yeah.
Which was massively popular.
Yeah, at Epcot in the Imagination Pavilion.
Exactly, and they're looking for something to put there, I
They
imagine.
do need something there, yeah.
Right now they're just showing the Pixar shorts, so this could be a really good opportunity for them.
As I said earlier, I'm really excited for this project. Here's where I get a little bit concerned.
Yeah.
Because we're so CGI heavy now. What I really loved about the original films were the practical effects. Like they built those giant backyard sets.
Yeah.
And like kids were sliding down blades of grass. And, you know, it just looks so much fun to play on. And so I'm hoping that they kind of revisit that look of the film.
Yeah, I think it'll be a mix of the two.
Yeah.
I'm excited that they are not doing a full-on remake.
Right, they're continuing the story, essentially.
Yeah. This is helping me believe that Disney still has original ideas.
Yeah.
Though this is not a full original idea.
Right.
It's at least a sequel, not a remake.
Right.
So, okay.
And I can totally see Josh Gad pulling this off very successfully.
I'm glad that they're making him the son and not like I said, it's not a remake. He's not doing Rick Moranis.
Right.
Which don't touch that.
Right.
Please
Right.
and thank you. So this is good.
Yeah, I'm excited. We'll see what comes of it.
Maybe it's going to be a musical.
It is called Shrunk.
That's what I'm saying. Adam,
Patrick.
it's time to spill the tea.
Oh, my.
A new tea party extravaganza is coming to Disneyland for a limited time.
Exciting.
I might need to book a trip to do this. Starting on May 31st,
Ooh.
guests of all ages can experience a very merry unbirthday tea party at the Disneyland Hotel.
Ooh.
How fun does that sound?
It sounds amazing.
I can't believe they haven't done this before.
Yeah.
It seems like a missed opportunity to
You're right.
not have done this.
You're right.
Tea parties will be held at 3 p.m. every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday until September 1st. Each party will, of course, be themed after Alice in Wonderland with a menu of fresh salads, scones, sandwiches, desserts, and tea inspired by Alice, the Caterpillar, the Mad Hatter, Cheshire Cat, the White Rabbit, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, and, of course, the Queen of Hearts. There are 3 tiers of tea
Okay.
you can reserve. There's the classic tea party, which runs at $52 plus tax.
Okay.
And with that, you get some scones, sandwiches, dessert, and your choice of tea.
Okay.
And then there's the premium tea party for $65, which includes sparkling wine, scones, salad, tea sandwiches, desserts, truffles,
Okay.
and your choice of tea.
Should have called it Teamium and not Premium, but go ahead.
I love that.
Yep.
You're a genius.
Thank you.
And then there's the kids' tea party for $39, which includes scones, sandwiches, desserts, tea, juice, milk, or hot chocolate.
Can you remind me what days does this run? Is it Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or just Saturday, Sunday?
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Interesting. I'm going to be there on a Friday in a couple of weeks.
Oh, that's true. You're going for the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge opening.
That's right.
Interesting.
Yes.
If you do this without me, I will be very upset with you.
I'll tell you what, I'll hold off on it because guess what? Not the most affordable trip I've ever made.
Fair.
So I'll hold off on this and we'll do it in October should it still be running. Hopefully it will, fingers crossed.
It probably won't because it's closing
Oh.
on September 1st.
Well, then I'm going to do it.
But maybe it'll be so popular that they'll
Yeah.
keep doing it.
Yeah.
Who can say?
Okay.
So aperitifs, wines by the glass, ports, and cordials are also available for an additional charge.
I would pay that additional charge.
Absolutely. To make your reservation, visit the Disneyland website, disneyland.disney.go.com, or call 714-781-DINE. That's 714-781-3463.
I took a peek at some of the pictures of the food.
Yeah.
It looks so cute and wacky.
I know.
I love it.
I need to do this. It's in my future, I can tell.
And isn't in the premium package, don't you get like a goodbye truffle? Or they referred to it as some kind of like weird truffle farewell?
Oh, a farewell truffle?
Yes, in the premium tea party, you get a farewell truffle.
That sounds so ominous.
Have you ever given anyone a farewell truffle, Patrick?
Well, you know I have.
What does that involve?
That's for another podcast.
That is for another adult podcast.
The farewell truffle. Hey, Adam.
Hey, Patrick.
It's a rainy day here in Minnesota.
It is.
So you know what we should do?
What's that?
We should go for a walk.
Seems counterintuitive.
Does it, though?
It does.
Well, let's do something else.
Okay.
Let's metaphorically go for a walk.
Okay.
In the park.
I like it because I'm not expelling any energy. It's just a mind walk.
I'm expelling something right now.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
It's energy. Wait a minute.
Gross.
This took a turn.
Yeah, it did.
Let's take a different turn.
Okay.
Into Fantasyland.
Oh, it's a walk in the park Fantasyland.
It sure is.
So for those listeners that don't know, this is part of a series we've been doing. And we have previously covered Main Street USA.
That's right.
And then we took a turn into Adventureland. And then we went into Frontierland.
Yeah.
And then we went into Liberty Square. And now we're going under that tunnel. We're passing the tangled bathrooms.
That's right.
And we're heading into Fantasyland.
We may stop to charge our phones
Probably.
at those restrooms.
Or do some other things in the restrooms.
Who can say?
Yeah, you could expel some of that energy you're
Oh,
expelling in
oh,
there.
dear.
That's the proper place to do it, Patrick.
Well, fine.
Okay.
So here's the thing about Fantasyland. It is enormous.
It's so big.
It's basically Disneyland.
It's like 3 lands in a one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it has gone through so much change
It has.
since its opening
Yes.
that it's tough to talk about it without giving more of a history lesson
Sure.
around it.
Sure.
A Disney lesson, if you will.
Yes.
So I think that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
All of the changes it's gone through, it sort of makes Disney what we know it is today.
That's right. And like Walt said, the parks would always be evolving, right?
Absolutely.
Fantasyland in Walt Disney World is a true testament to that.
Yeah, even today you'll see refurbishments happening on a lot of their rides.
Yeah.
So let's do just that and sort of talk about the beginnings of Fantasyland and then sort of the evolution into what we know it today.
That sounds fabulous.
Great. So I'll kick us off here.
Okay.
And just list some of the attractions that were included in the opening day of Fantasyland and Walt Disney World in general.
Back in 1971.
Oh.
Can you imagine?
I can't even think that far back.
I know. Well, you can't because you weren't in existence then.
And you were 33?
Ouch.
Yeah. So some of those opening day attractions included Dumbo the Flying Elephant.
Yes, of course.
One of my favorites.
Yes.
The Mad Tea Party. My very favorite.
Yes.
Snow White's Adventures.
Yes.
Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
I miss it.
Cinderella's Golden Carousel, which we'll come back to.
Yeah.
The Mickey Mouse Review. It's a Small World. And the Skyway to Tomorrowland.
And Patrick, remind me, had you been to Walt Disney World and did you experience some of those original attractions? I mean, I know you have some of them, but like Snow White's Adventures, which is no longer there, or Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, which is no longer there. Did you experience them in Walt Disney World?
No. My first trip to Walt Disney World was in 2015, I want to say, so not that long ago.
Sure.
But I do remember Mr. Toad's Wild Ride and Snow White's Scary Adventure.
Right.
Isn't that what it's called?
That's what it's called in Disneyland.
Yeah. I do remember those there, but I did not experience them in Disney World. What about you?
I did experience them, all of them.
Opening day.
No.
Oh, okay.
In the 80s.
Oh, got it.
When
got
I was
it.
just a babe.
Yeah.
But I remember Snow White's Adventures before it became Snow White's Scary Adventures, because it was also called that after they kind of did a refurb on it in Walt Disney World.
That's exactly right.
But Snow White's Adventures, terrifying. It is truly scary. And I'm not talking about Snow White's Scary Adventures, which has kind of been softened.
Yeah.
Snow White's Adventures, you died at the end of it. It was basically like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. You full on died. The witch killed you.
Yeah.
What a sweet, sweet ending to a ride.
Which is, I think, why they changed it.
Yes, kids were terrified.
And it didn't really hold up to the actual story of Snow White.
Right.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
And of course, as you said in Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, you literally go to hell at the end of that ride.
You do. I love it.
What a strange ride.
Yeah.
So you'll notice that I did not include Peter Pan's Flight.
Correct.
In that list. That's because it did not open until a few months after the opening date. That opened along with 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, which I've never been on.
I was on it many times as a child.
You were?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I loved it as a kid when it was 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Mm-hmm.
On last year's trip to Disneyland, we went on the new version of it, which is Nemo-themed in Disneyland.
Yeah.
And as an adult, it's a completely different experience.
Yeah.
A little claustrophobic.
I was going to say, someone with claustrophobia, me, would maybe not have a great time on that ride.
No, I'm just going to shove you right down into that tube, and you are going to enjoy it.
I've heard that before.
Sweaty Nemo experience.
I've heard that before, too. So something we can point out is sort of the architectural differences between Fantasyland in both Disneyland and Disney World.
Yes.
How would you describe Fantasyland and Disneyland?
So Fantasyland and Disneyland, to me, in its current form, is kind of like a storybook village. There's a lot of thatched roofs. And it's very kind of what you'd think of as like Snow White Village or like a Beauty and the Beast Village. Super cute.
Yeah, I like that. Whereas Disney World is a little harder to explain because of all of its changes now.
It's kind of a mishmash.
Yeah, but in its opening, it was a little bit more of sort of a medieval bazaar or a fair.
Yeah, that kind of combined with like a Nordic village.
Yeah.
It was like Nordic village and medieval fair. Yeah.
But now with its inclusion of like Storybook Circus, which is a lot more of a fair than the rest of it.
Yeah.
And the lands are sort of separated now into where you are, like Beauty and the Beast has its own little feel to it.
Right.
And even the castle has its own feel to it.
Yeah.
So it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, the Walt Disney World version of Fantasyland is definitely more segregated in design.
Yeah, it's a little more eclectic from one place to the next.
Absolutely. That's the perfect way of saying it.
Thank you so much. So if we're going through time on a little refurbishment timeline.
Yeah, I was hoping to say the refurb time machine.
The refurb time machine. That's a good title. I love that. So in 1980 was sort of the first of the big refurbishments happening in Fantasyland.
Okay.
The Mickey Mouse Revue was closed, and it eventually moved to Tokyo Disneyland.
It sure did.
Did you never saw that, did you?
No, that was before my time.
Like right before, I
Yep.
guess. Yeah.
Yep.
The theater would be taken over by Magic Journeys.
Yes.
Did you see that?
I did, Patrick. Have you seen it on YouTube?
I have not. So here's all I know is a brief description.
Yes.
It's a 3D show
Yes.
that showed the world through the eyes of a child. What?
Okay. I'm going to give you the Adam summation
Okay.
of the film.
And try to include, if you will, how this has anything to do with Disney.
It does not.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So 5 kids take some cocaine
I'm with you.
and they look at a dandelion and look at the clouds and they kind of go on a journey where they go on this really trippy experience of like flying over things.
Okay.
And like at one point, I remember there was a little boy that was like on a magician's hat and the magician tipped the hat and the boy fell backwards and he's like, what's happening? Like it's just bizarre.
Oh, dear.
Truly bizarre. I encourage anyone out there. There was a very kind of awful version of it on YouTube. Awful by meaning like just grainy and not very. I mean, it was a 3D film, and I think it's just like you're watching it in 2D, but it's still 3D.
Yeah.
But I encourage you to watch it because it is truly a magical early 80s wonder.
So let's drink some absinthe.
Yep.
And then watch this.
Yep. It's bonkers.
Got it.
It's bonkers.
Got it. So after that change, not a lot happened in Fantasyland. Disney World itself went through some changes.
Sure.
But Fantasyland remained relatively untouched until 1993 when Magic Journeys closed down and was replaced by The Legend of the Lion King, which used puppets, animation, and special effects to tell the story of the Lion King,
Yes.
which was the start of Disney's explosion of The Lion King in its parks.
Yeah, there was a parade. And actually, you can see those parade floats in the Festival of the Lion King now.
That is a fun
at
fact.
Disney's Animal Kingdom.
Those animals that come out, the big Simba
Yeah.
and the giraffe and the elephant, were used in the parade.
Yes.
And are now in the Festival of the Lion King show.
Yeah.
I love those. They're my favorite animatronics, I think, to look at.
They are incredible.
Would we call them animatronics, or are they like full-on robots at that
So
point?
I don't know. I think they're animatronics. Sure.
I think they're real.
Animaltronics.
Oh,
You're welcome.
You're on fire today. 40 looks good on you. So The Legend of the Lion King, of course, is no longer there. It closed in 2002, and then it was replaced by Mickey's PhilharMagic in 2003.
And it's still there.
I love that.
To this very day.
And it's now in Disneyland.
that's right. It's
Very,
in DCA.
Very recently, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Very cool. That's one of my favorites. I wish that they would update it, though.
They need to.
It's time.
3D technology has come so far since that opened.
I just mean adding more films to it.
I mean, technologically. So
So if we put our thoughts together,
we'd have a perfect PhilharMagic.
we would rule the school.
Yes.
Moving on in our, what do we call it? Our refurb
Time machine.
hot tub time machine. In 1994, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea closed down, likely due to the fact that it was not handicap accessible and it had a very low max capacity.
Yeah, for sure.
And at this point in time, Disney World was seeing large increases in crowd attendance.
Sure.
And this ride was just not working out.
Yeah.
I heard it shut down a lot too.
I believe it. And the ADA issues aside, just the amount of time it takes to load people on that
Yeah.
ride, it just takes forever because it's just a narrow tube.
Right.
And there's only one way in and one way out.
That's right. Just like me.
Patrick.
What?
Oh.
And of course, at that point in time, a lot of people were like, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, who dat? Right? I mean, it's not well known.
I love it.
I'm not saying I don't love it.
Okay.
I'm just saying, who dat?
Right.
Also, in 1994, Snow White's Adventure was refurbished and reopened as Snow White's Scary Adventures.
Yes.
Which ironically made it less scary.
It did. I know. I know. Isn't that funny?
Such a weird title change.
Yeah. And before that, Snow White had not appeared in the ride, correct?
I believe that's correct.
It was kind of like Alice in Wonderland in Disneyland where you were Alice.
Yeah.
So in Snow White's Adventures, you were Snow White.
Right.
And then during this refurb, they actually added Snow White into the experience.
It turned it into more of a storybook ride
That's correct.
instead of a first-person ride.
Still bonkers, though. Still weird.
Still weird.
Yeah.
Jumping 4 years later, in 1998, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride was closed down, which caused quite the commotion.
Oh my gosh.
People were up in arms about this.
There were like
People are still up in arms about this.
petitions online.
100%.
Very upset.
Yeah, I get why they did it.
Sure.
Again, a lot of people were like, Mr. Toad, who dat?
Yeah.
But anyone who was already going to the parks knew exactly who Mr. Toad was and want him to come back.
The cool thing about that experience, though, was that it differed from Disneyland's in that it had 2 tracks instead of 1 track.
Mm-hmm.
And so while you were on the ride, they kind of did this fun gag where it looked like you were going to run into another group's car because there were 2 cars coming at each other at the same time.
Oh, that's cute. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So it was kind of a unique experience, although the ride does exist in Disneyland.
And of course, it was replaced by The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh in 1999.
Cute replacement.
Cute replacement. It's a cute ride. A fun and delightful fact about The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. It moves around every once in a while, but there is a portrait of Mr. Toad giving the deed to Owl.
Oh, cute.
Of the ride.
Yeah.
It's super cute. Just a little nod to Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
I love when Disney references things like that.
Yeah.
When they reference their history.
Absolutely.
And like, this ride was previously here.
Mm-hmm. It's such a cute, cute addition. So also, in 1999, the Skyway to Tomorrowland was closed, and though Disney does not confirm this as the reason, a cast member tragically died that same year while cleaning a platform on the attraction.
Wow, Patrick, you really brought this down.
Yeah, I'm just full of delight
Took
today.
it to a dark spot.
I sure did.
I remember this Skyway. We rode it several times during the trips. It was great.
Was it kind of like the People Mover?
No, it was like sky buckets you'd see at a state fair or like smaller versions of the Disney Skyliner that's forthcoming.
Of course. Okay.
Yeah, and so you could board it kind of at this Alpine station where the tangled bathrooms are now.
Sure.
And you take it, and it would kind of take a little bit of a left-hand turn to get to Tomorrowland. And then you could also, there was a boarding station at Tomorrowland that you could take it back to Fantasyland.
Love it.
It was fantastic. I loved it. And it would give you beautiful views.
Oh my gosh, I
overhead
bet.
views of Fantasyland and Tomorrowland.
I wonder if they'd ever bring that back.
Kind of in the Disney Skyliner, but yeah.
But it doesn't go through the park,
Yeah,
though.
it would be amazing to have it back in the park.
I love the monorail that goes through Epcot.
Yes.
I love that view just overlooking Epcot. I wish that they had something like that in each of the parks.
You're right. They do need some kind of overhead view. I know there's a lot of things they want to hide, but it would be great to have that kind of viewpoint, that vantage point.
For sure, for sure. So if we jump ahead a couple of years, in 2001, Ariel's Grotto opened up, replacing the old queue for 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. And Ariel's Grotto, not the ride, it was just a meet and greet with Ariel, which still exists in Fantasyland. So we get a couple years break from all this refurbishment madness to 2005, when the lagoon where 20,000 Leagues operated was turned into Pooh's Playful Spot, which was a play area for children. What a weird name. Don't show me where Pooh's Playful Spot is. But that area only lasted about 5 years because it closed down in 2010.
I wasn't aware that Pooh had a playful spot, but I know now.
He doesn't show it very often.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm not going to go there.
Okay.
So also in 2010, Cinderella's Carousel was shut down for a second and renamed Prince Charming Regal Carousel.
That's right. And we talked about that during our Disney World quiz.
Sure did.
Many, many episodes ago. And that carousel actually originated in Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah.
In 1917.
Obviously Detroit.
Yeah, and then I think it went to New Jersey, and then it came to Disney World, and they gave it a big refurb.
It's seen some things.
It has seen some things. It's haunted. Did you know that, Patrick?
I mean, I think most things in Fantasyland are haunted.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. I just made that up, but I like that you went there with me, and you were just like, everything's haunted.
I fully believe you.
Yeah.
I'm haunted.
Everyone out there, tell your kids that Fantasyland is haunted.
And keep them home?
Yeah, please.
So I can have more room in the parks. So now I think it's time we move on to the enormous Fantasyland expansion.
Oh, yes.
That began roughly in 2009 when Disney announced the expansion, which would double the footprint of the land.
Incredible.
Crazy town.
Yes.
Where was, what? Doubled it?
Yeah.
Where?
Well,
where did it end before?
It ended at, everything basically in that kind of new Fantasyland area. So like Beast Castle and the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Yeah.
And
was that all just parking lot or
no,
cast stuff?
It was 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Oh, of course. That was an enormous
It was
attraction.
a huge attraction. And so they basically filled that in, leveled it out, and then turned it into New Fantasyland.
Crazy town.
And then they took what was formerly Mickey's Toontown Fair and turned that into Storybook Circus.
True story.
Yeah.
That is a good segue.
Oh, great.
Because in early 2012, the first phase of the expansion opened up with, like you said, Storybook Circus, bringing us the Barnstormer, an additional Dumbo ride, along with the interactive circus tent queue, the Casey Jr. Splash Station, and Pete's Silly Sideshow, and of course, my favorite shopping area, the Big Top Souvenirs.
I love Big Top Souvenirs.
I love a Big Top souvenir.
I knew you were going to make that joke when I was making notes for this episode. I knew it. Predictable, Patrick.
What? I'm just talking about souvenirs, Adam.
Okay. Have you ever ridden Barnstormer?
I have.
Did you survive it? I can't do it. I don't think I should do it. I've never done it.
What do you mean?
Because I've heard that if you have any kind of minor back issue, that it will completely throw you out of whack.
Interesting.
And that taller people struggle on that. Maybe that's why you enjoyed it. You're just a peanut.
It is a kiddie ride.
Yeah.
To be very clear about it, but it's a little more thrilling than you think it's going to be, but
Right.
but not by much.
And it's about 53 seconds long, right? It's just really
Not
fast.
even. I think it's literally 23 seconds. It's pretty crazy.
I'll have to give it a shot.
It's really cute, though.
Wear a scoliosis brace while I do it. Keep my back aligned.
A fun fact, there is sort of a billboard cutout where Goofy's plane has gone through it.
Yeah.
And if you look, there is the shape of a hidden Mickey in that cutout.
Oh, cute.
I know. So as you said, this new area, which is pretty enormous, replaced what was Mickey's Toontown Fair.
That's right, which was originally Mickey's Birthday Land
Oh, yeah.
in 1988. And
My
then it
gosh.
became Mickey's Starland in 1990.
Yeah.
And then it became Mickey's Toyland in 1995.
Crazy.
And then it became Mickey's Toontown Fair before it became Storybook Circus.
When they opened Mickey's Birthday Land,
Yeah.
was that when they decorated the castle like a cake?
No. They decorated the castle for the cake for the 25th anniversary of Walt Disney World.
Oh, sure.
And Mickey's Birthday Land, I believe, was for his 60th birthday.
Oh, okay.
And it was kind of a lesser version of what is now Mickey's Toontown in Disneyland.
Got it.
It was supposed to be kind of a temporary setup,
Mm-hmm.
but it lasted for obviously several years.
Things that Disney wants to be temporary often last
Yes.
for several years.
Well, it was a huge success.
Yeah.
And it was a place for people with kids to meet many of the Fab Five
Yeah.
all in one area.
Yeah.
You know, it was a great location.
Decorating the castle like a cake was not successful.
I kind of liked it.
Oh, I hated it. I
was
wasn't
there.
even there for it, and I
Right,
hated it from a
right.
distance.
I was there, and to be fair, I had been several times before.
That's the thing.
If it had been my first time visiting
Oh my
or
gosh.
my only opportunity to visit,
Yeah.
I would have been upset. But I liked the change.
I hope they're never going to do that again.
Yeah.
I've heard rumors
Yeah.
that they're doing something big for
The 50th?
the 50th.
Oh, we'll have to see.
Oh, don't do it, Disney. Don't do it. If you do it with lights.
You know what upsets me more?
Yeah.
Is when Stitch toilet papered the castle.
Now I thought that was kind of cute.
To me, that's like, don't make the castle unattractive. Oh, I guess people think the cake is unattractive.
I mean, it was very unattractive.
They didn't really do anything with the back of the cake. It was just like the castle. The pink just ended, and then it was like regular castle.
Oh, Disney, come on.
I liked it.
Every
It was
once
fun.
in a while, it's like, what
I know.
were you doing there?
I know.
Okay, fair enough. So later that year, 2012, specifically December 6th, 2012, the rest of the expansion opened up, minus the Seven Dwarves Mine Train. So this included Under the Sea, Journey of the Little Mermaid, Enchanted Tales with Belle, Gaston's Tavern, and the Be Our Guest restaurant.
Those cinnamon buns at Gaston's Tavern, though.
They're so good.
So good. And shareable?
Oh, man. Oh, they're enormous.
Yeah.
Such a hidden gem. A lot of people don't know about those.
Shareable for others. Not for Adam, but shareable for others.
Adam doesn't share.
That's right.
Have you had LeFou's Brew?
I have, and I cannot do a combo of the two, the cinnamon bun and the LeFou's brew.
Oh, that's too much sugar.
Your teeth will fall out immediately.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy both.
I could tear down a building after eating those. So much sugar.
Yes. LeFou's brew on a hot day, it's like perfect. On a hot summer day, just grab a brew and walk outside and let that cool you.
Yeah, it's less like thick and gross
Yeah.
than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty refreshing.
Yeah, kind of like apple cider-y,
Yeah.
delicious.
Yeah. So a year later, in 2013, the Tangled section opened up with a restroom area, a cell phone charging station, and of course, Rapunzel's tower.
And who doesn't remember that charging station from the movie? Such a crucial point when she had to stop, charge her phone
Yeah.
before she could continue her adventure.
It was a clever idea, though, to have that charging station there.
Yeah.
And I love Tangled. It's one of my favorite Disney movies.
Absolutely. That's one that truly deserves an attraction.
I agree. I think it's one of the more underrated Disney movies.
Totally. It kind of was a precursor to Frozen, really. I mean, it was like Frozen before Frozen.
Yeah.
Not many people truly embraced it like they did Frozen, but if you go back now and watch it, you can see how that movie influenced Frozen.
Yeah, I think it was part of this new renaissance that Disney is going through with its movies. And then, of course, in 2014, the final piece of the expansion opened up with the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
How do you feel about Seven Dwarfs Mine Train?
If I'm on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being people who lost their minds over it, I'm at a 4.
Okay.
I think. I like it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful as the day is long.
Sure.
I'll say that. It's themed well. It's just underwhelming as a ride,
I agree.
I think.
I agree.
The tipping of the cart, which is, I think Disney was the first to do that.
Yes.
And maybe one of the only ones who are doing it right now, is cool.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have a wow factor for me ride-wise.
I think, and I may be wrong about this, but I think they've actually pulled that tipping back a little bit, like the carts that sway.
Probably.
I think they pulled that back a little bit. I remember it being more sway-y
Yeah.
when the ride first opened.
Yeah, they were testing it heavily for
And
a
you're
while.
absolutely right. It's a fun ride. There are some thrills on it. It's a great first coaster for kids.
Yeah.
There are some amazing animatronics in it. But overall, it's not something that I need to do every trip.
No.
And I certainly won't do it if there's any kind of wait.
No, I would not wait any longer than 30 minutes for that.
Yeah, that's a good call.
A really good time to get on the ride is if you don't care so much about Happily Ever After.
Right.
Get in line during that show.
Yeah.
And then once the show closes, you can just hop right on the ride because no one's going to it.
I would say that or do it first thing in the morning.
You can try, but it's still, it's like Peter Pan's flight. Within 5 minutes of park opening, it's already at an hour wait.
Isn't that included in the extra morning magic they do in Fantasyland?
I believe it is.
Okay, so there's another opportunity. You're going to pay for it.
You're going to pay for it.
But at least you'd be able to get on it very quickly.
Yeah. It is really tough to get a fast pass still to that ride.
I'm assuming it's because it's a family-friendly attraction that offers some thrills.
That's exactly correct.
I knew it.
So that sort of takes us through the history of Fantasyland, and we've mentioned all of the attractions in Fantasyland. What else would you like to talk about in Fantasyland?
I want to talk about food.
Yas, queen.
Fantasyland food.
Yas, evil queen. There's quite a few places to get your food on.
You're absolutely right. And many of them I have actually never experienced.
Really?
Yeah, when I was going through making this list, I was like, wow, there are a lot of places in Fantasyland I need to try.
Yeah, let's go down the list. What should we start with?
Okay, let's start with the biggies.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to start with Cinderella's Royal Table.
Okay.
Kind of the OG Fantasyland restaurant.
Yeah.
The OG signature dining restaurant.
Yeah, you're right.
And I believe it used to be called King Stephen's Table, which makes no sense because King Stephen was from Sleeping Beauty. And yet it was in Cinderella Castle.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So try to figure that out. I don't know. Cinderella's Royal Table is a character dining experience, and it is considered fine or signature dining. They serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And Patrick, as we talked about the past 2 episodes, they do now offer a signature celebration package. So check that out.
Yeah.
And also booze. Patrick, booze.
I mean-
They serve booze. They serve booze in the morning. They serve it at lunch. They serve it at dinner.
Me too.
Have you been to Cinderella's Royal Table?
I've not, and the only reason is because I don't like to talk to characters.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're going to be doing it there.
Yeah.
It's Cinderella and her Prince Charming and several of the other princesses like Ariel, maybe Jasmine. I don't know who shows up there, but
It might change every once in a while,
sure.
depending. If it was a prince only meal,
yes.
I would do that.
They should do that for gay days.
I would do that hardcore.
Just prince only in short shorts.
Yes.
Okay,
Because only males are gay.
that's right. I mean, all I can give is my experience and my perspective, and that's what I want.
That's what I know about you, is that you only have your own perspective.
Yeah, that's right.
Nobody else is in mind.
Does not matter.
40 looks good on you.
Moving on.
Yes.
The other biggie in Fantasyland and newer, Be Our Guest, which opened on November 19th, 2012.
That's right.
So Be Our Guest has 3 sections in it. It has the Grand Ballroom, the West Wing, and the Castle Gallery. Be Our Guest serves quick service for breakfast and lunch, and now has a prefix for dinner, which includes a 3-course dining experience, which is $60 for adults and $36 for children, and is a 2 table service meal entitlement per person on the dining plan.
For dinner, we should say.
That's for dinner, right. And dinner includes a meet and greet with the Beast.
That's right.
And also, Patrick, booze. Booze for dinner. I think booze for lunch, too, and maybe breakfast.
I think you can order it.
Wow. All right, so the castles are serving the booze in Fantasyland.
They sure are. I will say, this is one of the better deals if you are on the meal plan for breakfast and lunch.
Okay.
Because you do get it as a quick service meal.
Yeah.
And it is one of the more expensive breakfasts or lunches.
Yeah.
And they do bring the food to your table as
That's
well,
nice.
which is nice.
Yeah.
The breakfast also includes a platter of little pastries that they bring.
Oh, delicious.
Complimentary.
Yeah.
Yeah, super good.
We should say, too, that even though it is quick service for breakfast and lunch, you still need to make a reservation.
You do need to make a reservation, and you do not get to meet any characters during those 2 meal periods.
I've only ever done dinner here. The first time I did it was shortly after it opened, and it was a little bit more of a grand experience then.
Sure.
They've kind of pulled back now, although I hear the prefix menu is actually quite good.
Yeah.
This isn't something, again, that I necessarily need to do every trip. It's beautiful in there.
It is.
It's an incredibly immersive experience.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure that the cost is worth it, in my opinion.
Here's what I don't love about it is that it's so cramped in there. Though the rooms are beautiful, you still sort of feel like you're in a hospital cafeteria.
That's a good point.
Thank you.
I will say I've never sat in there, but the Castle Gallery looks like a little bit of an afterthought to me. I think that may have been designed for either private events or special events or even just kind of overflow. And now they just keep it open all the time. And it just doesn't look very impressive to me. It looks kind of like a hotel ballroom.
Okay, so mixed reviews on Be Our Guest.
Yes, I know people really love it, though.
They do.
They truly do.
When it opened, it was such a unique experience that people were pushing babies to get inside.
That's right. And rightly so.
Yeah, I'll push a baby.
As we mentioned, also in Fantasyland, Gaston's Tavern, which is quick service and has snacks, sandwiches, and beverages.
It's so cute in there.
It is.
If you go right away in the morning, no one's really there, and you kind of have the place to yourself. It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
And the soundtrack to it is just delightful as well.
You do feel like you're in the movie in Gaston's Tavern.
Absolutely.
And you can meet Gaston right outside.
You can.
He will flex for you.
He sure will. Those pecs, though.
Those pecs. We also have Pinocchio Village Haus in Fantasyland.
Haus.
Haus, which is quick service. Haus, and has sandwiches, flatbread, pizzas, pastas, salads. It also has a very extensive allergy-free menu. So if you do have allergies, please stop by there. And it's cool because it's one of the few restaurants that actually overlooks a ride. It overlooks the loading area for It's a Small World.
They have these cute little signs that you can hold up for people loading on the boats that say, like, wave to me.
That's really cool.
It is really cute. Have you been inside?
I've been inside briefly, but I've never eaten at Pinocchio Village Haus.
It's really cute inside. The food is...
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, it's okay. It's aight.
Yeah. Storybook Treats is an option in Fantasyland.
It sure is.
It is quick service and is probably best known right now for its Peter Pan float.
Yeah, I cannot open Instagram without seeing someone taking a picture of that. It sounds really good, too, because it's key lime flavored, isn't it?
I think it's just lime. Maybe it's key lime.
Well, in any case, I love lime flavored things.
It seems refreshing.
Yeah, it does seem refreshing.
They also just started serving Minnie's Cookie Dough Sundae.
That sounds delightful and terrifying at the same time.
You're going to need a nap after you eat that one.
Yeah, I do love cookie dough ice cream, but it's so filling.
Next up, we have Cheshire Cafe, quick service, and that's where you can get the Cheshire Cattail.
It's so delicious.
You've had it?
Yeah, it's great.
I have not had it yet.
Get one.
It looks so appealing. Again, on Instagram, all those photos of it. Beautiful.
It's really cute. It's also a great place to go when it's kind of cold and rainy in Disney World to get a hot chocolate.
That's some excellent advice.
Thank you so much.
We have the Friar's Nook, which is also quick service. And it's known for its creamy bacon and macaroni and cheese, and you can also get that with tots.
Oh my God.
So like on a 99-degree day, you just want that bacon and macaroni and cheese covering tater tots.
That legitimately sounds really good, though.
Yeah, it does. It does.
What have I been doing with my life? I haven't had that before.
We can get it during gay days. Nothing says gay days like eating all the carbs
Yeah.
and just feeling disgusting about yourself.
I'm going to wear a tank top and just fill it out after I eat that.
And last but not least, we have Prince Eric's Village Market, located in the new Fantasyland area.
Yeah, it's right across from the Little Mermaid ride.
That's right. It's right by that statue of King Triton and his abs.
And his abs. This place has a lot of frozen drinks, like the frozen lemonades.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Didn't they also have the mermaid cupcake? I don't know if they still have that, but I think they did.
Oh, maybe.
With the cute mermaid tail coming out of it.
Yeah, they had to make a lot of extra ones of those because they kept falling apart on people. The gravity was not their friend of those cupcakes.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, of course, you can't really throw a baby without hitting a popcorn stand in Fantasyland.
That must be like heaven and hell for you.
Yeah.
It's like, do you stop? Do you not stop?
You have to stop at each one. I
You
think
do.
It's the only answer.
And do you finish your previous box of popcorn before you get to the next stop? Or do you just keep
First of all, it's not a box.
accumulating?
It's a bucket.
Okay. And do you just keep accumulating buckets then of popcorn? No, they refill it, don't they?
They refill it for, I think, like $1 or something.
Oh, wow.
Have you seen the one in the Beauty and the Beast area that's shaped like Maurice's little contraption?
Yes,
It's
I
really
have.
cute. I love that
That's
one.
some excellent theming.
I think it's called Maurice's popping machine or something.
So cute.
Yeah, it's really adorable. Let's move on to my second favorite topic, shopping.
Popping and shopping. Those are the two
Popping
things that you love.
And shopping. Do you mean like pop and locking?
I was referring to popped corn.
Oh, I often pop and lock while I'm eating popcorn.
So you're burning the cals as you consume them.
Yeah, it's
Smart.
called pop and lock corn.
Trademarked. We just trademarked
We
it.
just did.
No one else can take it.
There's a ton of adorable shops in Fantasyland.
And rightly so, because this area contains the most children as well.
Yeah.
Who are going to want to visit those shops along with Patrick.
Along with Patrick. So let's go down the list real quick.
Okay.
So there's the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique.
I'm not allowed in. I want to be in.
Wait, what do you mean you're
I'm
not
too
allowed in there?
old. I know they have adult makeovers in other locations now, but I want the full-on glitter in my hair.
I want so badly for you to get some extensions.
Yeah.
Some purple and blue extensions.
Yeah.
And just glitter the F out of yourself.
Thank you. I
And
want
by
that
F,
too.
I mean fantasy.
Yeah.
Obviously. There's, of course, as we mentioned already, the Big Top Souvenirs.
So fun. Smells amazing in there.
Oh my gosh, I have spent hours in that shop.
And that's where one of your Fab Five treats was located too, right?
Yes, the marshmallow treats are in there.
Oh, the rose, right? Isn't it a rose?
Well, they made a free rose
Oh, okay.
randomly.
Yeah.
But they have just regular marshmallow shapes that are dipped in chocolate.
Got it.
So delicious. One of my new favorite treats
Yeah.
is also there.
What's that?
Which is the Mickey-shaped Rice Krispie treat
Oh.
dipped
Oh, yeah.
in peanut butter chips.
Yeah.
And drizzled with chocolate.
Yum.
Oh, my Lanta.
Yeah.
It is so good.
So delicious.
My mouth fully just filled up with water as
yeah.
I was describing it.
Yeah.
Go there immediately. Run, don't walk.
Yep.
But don't run because you can't in Disney World.
Yep.
And get one of those treats.
Great.
Let's talk about that treat again.
Okay, just some more.
It's so good.
Because it's a Rice Krispie treat.
Oh
And
my
then what they do
gosh.
is they dip it in chocolate.
I mean,
And then they drizzle it with a little bit of peanut butter.
this is turning
Wait, no.
into.
Do they dip it in peanut butter chips and then what?
Yeah.
What is it?
Uh,
And then you eat it.
oh my God.
Oh.
And let's move on.
Okay.
There's the Bonjour Village Gifts.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Which is adorable.
Beauty and the Beast themed.
Beauty and the Beast themed. I think it only has Beauty and the Beast themed products in there.
For sure. And some kind of obscure products too. Like not just what you'd think you'd see from the animated or live action film. They also have some like big eye portraits of characters from Beauty and the Beast in there.
Yeah, they're a little frightening.
Yes, they are.
I won't lie to you.
They are. And they have some really beautiful kind of scrolled font work that you can get on like t-shirts or on a pillow. It's cute.
Anything Thomas Kincaid,
Yes.
you can find in there.
It's very Thomas Kincaid.
100%. There's the Casey Jr. Railroad Mercantile
Where's that?
in
Storybook Circus.
I think it's near the Splash
Oh,
Zone.
the Soak and Splash and Soak station.
Yeah, that's also in my house too, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. There's Castle Couture.
Castle Couture.
Which is one of my favorite titles ever.
And that's kind of located off of Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique?
It's a little near. It's near.
It's near it?
between that and I think Sir Mickey's.
Okay. Oh, I love Sir Mickey's.
So cute in there.
That's probably my favorite store in Fantasyland.
I love the giant that's just peeking into the store.
Yeah, and even the outside with like the beanstalk kind of winding its way through it.
Mm-hmm.
Adorable.
There's the Fantasy Fair, which I think that's the one.
Oh, right next to Mickey's PhilharMagic.
Right next to Mickey's PhilharMagic. It has a ton of hats in there. It's more of a hat store now.
And pins. So many pins. Or at least they did.
They still have them. Not as many. That's mostly hats now.
Okay.
I love those hats. They're so cute. And ears. And then there's the 100 Acre Goods.
That is the best title for a shop in Fantasyland.
That's a dad joke all day long.
It's a dad joke, and I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And that obviously features Winnie the Pooh stuff.
Winnie the Pooh. So much poo. A store full of poo. I had to do it. Since we're talking about dad jokes.
Yeah.
So that does it for the shopping, minus like all of the standalone carts and the people walking around selling those bubble guns and all that stuff.
Sure.
So that does it for food and shopping in Fantasyland. I feel like we've been talking about Fantasyland for 5 hours.
It's a big land, Patrick.
It's enormous. It's enormous. There's some fun facts about the land.
Lay them on me.
This is something that I always forget to go look at.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful is La Fontaine de Cendrillon, which is the Fountain of Cinderella.
Yes.
I think I butchered the name of that, but I'm sorry about it.
That was perfect.
Thank you so much. It's a bronze statue of Cinderella, which can be found in the center of Fantasyland, kind of near the castle.
Yes.
The fountain is known as Rags to Riches because if you stand or kneel in front of Cinderella and look at the painted mural behind it on the castle wall, you can see a painted image of the crown that looks like it's being lowered on Cinderella's head.
That's like Raiders of the Lost Ark and inserting the staff into that beam of light to find the location of the Ark of the Covenant.
Absolutely.
It's just like that.
It's exactly like that. Mm-hmm. And a fun fact about that fountain, a lot of people throw their coins in there sort of at the end of their trip or just whenever, and they donate all that money, I think, to Make-A-Wish.
Oh, fantastic.
I know. Good job, Disney.
Because Disney's really hard up for that coin, so it's noble of them to give something back as opposed to keeping it for themselves.
Finally.
Yeah.
They're giving something back.
Yep.
There's tons and tons of fun facts about Fantasyland, and thousands, I imagine, hidden Mickeys.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. One thing I was reading in my book that I got for Christmas, The Hidden Magic of Walt Disney World, is that if you'll notice, Fantasyland specifically always looks like it's brand new. And that's because nightly they repaint a lot of the well-worn areas of Fantasyland.
Sure.
Every single night.
Yeah.
And every attraction and wall and store gets a painting every 5 years. So they just like fully redo it every 5 years.
That makes sense because when you think of Disney World or Disneyland, I think the first land that kind of pops into your head is Fantasyland or certainly the castle area.
Yeah.
And so that makes sense to me.
Yeah, for sure. They always want to make it look brand new just for you.
Yes.
I love it. So that kind of wraps up our history and walk around the park in Fantasyland. What'd you think?
I like it. I have to say, I don't think I spend a majority of my time in Fantasyland despite its size.
Yeah.
It can be extremely crowded, and that makes sense because it is so kid-friendly there.
Yes.
And there are stroller issues.
Yeah.
Maybe those will be lessened now with the new restrictions. But it is a crowded area, but it is definitely that kind of quintessential Disney fairy tale ideal, right?
Yeah, it's all IP.
Yeah.
Like head to toe.
Intellectual property.
I really love Fantasyland, but it's sort of this is not the right phrase, but a double-edged sword for me because I want to spend a lot of time in there, but it's very overwhelming for me to be there for too long.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I get anxious when I'm there.
There's a lot of people there.
There's a lot of people, so I have to sort of step to the side and take a break every once in a while.
Yeah.
But it's because I love classic Disney so much, I can't not be happy while I'm there.
It is a super fun area to walk through during Happily Ever After.
Yeah.
Because everyone's in front of the castle.
That's true.
And so when you're behind it, not only do you get the fireworks, but you get more open walkways, and it is really magical at night to be in Fantasyland.
That's true. If you have already seen Happily Ever After, take a look behind the castle for the fireworks because they shoot right over you, basically, and it's really beautiful. It's a really great space to see the fireworks.
Yes. What's your favorite ride in Fantasyland?
I mean, the Mad Tea Party.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think it might be Under the Sea.
That's a great one.
I think it might be that.
I do love that one.
Yeah.
It's one of those I keep talking about those 2-person rides. It's a very romantic ride.
It is a romantic ride.
And that Ursula, though.
I love that Ursula animatronic. That's what really seals the deal for
It's
me.
really beautiful. It's stunning. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Yeah.
It shocks me every time, like the eels. Flotsam and jetsam.
Well, we'd love to hear your thoughts on Walt Disney World's Fantasyland.
Mm-hmm.
If there's anything we may have missed, attractions that you truly love,
Yeah.
a particular food you love stuffing into your mouth hole while you visit Fantasyland.
Shove it right in.
We want to know all of it. You can, of course, reach out to us on social media at GDTD Podcast.
Or email us at info@gaysdothed.com. Adam, I like to compare our friendship
Okay.
to Fantasyland
Okay.
in that I'm here for it.
Okay, yeah.
I really enjoy it. It's
Okay.
fun. It's very overwhelming.
I was going to say, this is going to take a dark turn where you start to bring up anxiety.
I feel crowded
Oh, no.
a lot. I'm tired of waiting
Yeah.
30 plus minutes
Okay.
to do anything with you.
All right.
I felt like we needed to bring this up.
I want you to know that I hear you.
Yeah.
I'm processing this.
Uh-huh.
I feel betrayed.
Well,
And honestly, I'm not sure we can continue.
here's the thing. You also can't throw a baby without running into popcorn when you're with me.
Okay. Yeah.
So you're welcome for that.
Okay.
And you're welcome for me throwing babies a lot.
Yeah, you do that a lot.
I don't know why.
Which I guess if you're going to do it in any area of the Magic Kingdom, you should do it in Fantasyland because probably that's where the most babies are.
It's true. Throwing babies into babies.
Just fast pass to throwing babies. Fantasyland. Check it out. Hey, Patrick.
Hey, Adam.
It's time for some quick D.
Finally, I've been waiting all morning for some quick D.
It's here.
It's here. It's in my face.
Don't you like it when you just wake up and someone just rolls you over and gives you some quick D?
Oh my gosh, this turned amazing.
Yes.
This turned amazing.
For those of you that don't know, Quick D is when Patrick and I ask each other a question that we have not been privy to prior to recording, and we answer said question. It's so off the cuff.
It really is. I'm taking my cuffs off right now.
Good for you.
Along with the rest of my clothes.
And he's nude.
Thank you.
Patrick.
Yes?
Ask me your question first because I haven't come up with mine yet, and I need some time to think about it.
Doing your homework on the bus again.
I know.
Okay, Adam.
Yes.
I'm very hungry.
Oh, okay.
I need you to walk me through what your dream Disney dining restaurant would be. Theme it out for me.
Oh, okay. So I'm coming up with a restaurant.
A new restaurant.
Oh, my God.
Talk to me about what property it's going to be.
Okay.
What kind of dining it's going to be.
Okay.
Are there characters?
Yeah.
Food? Is there food? Who knows?
Okay.
And what park is it in? And what's it called?
Listen, it's supposed to be one question.
You're getting a face full of D's.
Location, Magic Kingdom.
Great.
I feel like that's a great place to start off your day because I want it to be a place that only serves breakfast, but all day long.
Ooh.
Because I love breakfast.
Yeah. Breakfast for dinner is one of the best things.
I mean, it's like you are having dessert with your meal.
Yeah.
Because there's always like a French toast situation or some
Yes.
pancakes.
Yes.
I like that combo.
Make it a treat.
Yes. So it's a breakfast restaurant. It's in the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
It is themed to Tangled because we just talked about it.
Oh, you're a genius.
And because Rapunzel carries around a frying pan.
You're a genius.
I want it to be called Toast of the Tower. And that's
Ooh.
toast
Yeah.
of the tower.
Uh-huh.
And it is actually up in Rapunzel's tower.
Oh.
So you have to climb several stories of stairs before you get to it.
Yeah.
And after you've eaten a giant meal, you have to go back down those stairs.
Yeah.
Kind of work it off a little bit.
Smart.
So it serves breakfast all day.
Mm-hmm.
It is a character meet and greet.
Okay.
But it's only with Pascal.
Oh, interesting choice.
Yes.
Okay. How can you find him, though?
Do you remember when, was it Chefs de France had the Ratatouille, the little Remy mouse that would come around on a cart and like talk to people and interact with tables?
I do not remember that.
Okay, they did.
Okay.
I want it to be like that.
Okay.
Where like maybe Pascal is on like your server's shoulder.
Aw.
And he doesn't really talk. He just kind of chitters, you know,
Yeah.
and like is just up there as like a little animatronic on the shoulder.
He's like those little banshees you can buy.
Yes, exactly like that.
Okay.
And his tongue like kind of flies out at you every once in a while.
Love it.
Yeah. What were your other 50 questions about this restaurant I need to answer?
I mean, what are you serving? What
Breakfast,
Okay.
yes.
Any specialties?
I definitely want to see some waffles or French toast on that menu.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
I like it.
Scrambles, skillets.
Ooh,
skillets that come in a Rapunzel skillet.
Of course.
That you can take home with you.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
This is literally the best idea I've ever heard in my entire life.
Maybe the hash browns are called hair browns because she has such long hair. Who doesn't love hair in their food anyway? Yeah, every entree comes with a long blonde hair in it.
Gross.
That you have to find.
Gross.
Yeah, it's like a hidden Mickey.
Uh-huh.
And while I know I said breakfast, I do want desserts included too. And
Yeah.
not just pastry. Like I want full-on desserts.
Yeah. Get in there. Get gross with the desserts.
And then, Flynn/Eugene just walking around shirtless.
I mean...
Maybe all the servers should be hot dudes.
Yeah.
Walking around shirtless.
Okay.
And bringing you breakfast food.
Okay.
If there's a heaven, please let that be it.
This sounds fantastic.
Yeah, thank you.
It sounds Flynn-tastic.
Oh.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
I'm a genius as well.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I want to eat there immediately.
Okay, great.
Can it be like one of those naked sushi restaurants where you eat off of Flynn?
I don't like that.
Oh.
I don't like to mix food and intimacy.
Fair.
I like them to be separate.
Okay.
And preferably hours apart. I don't want to eat a giant meal and then jump right into foreplay.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will eat anything off of Flynn.
No.
Anything.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Even Rapunzel's hair.
Ugh.
I just made myself a little sick. No, I'll still do it.
Okay, my turn.
Uh-oh.
Thinking of a question.
Great.
Thinking.
Slap me with that D.
Patrick,
What?
congratulations.
Oh.
You are being honored as a Disney legend.
Obviously.
You are now at the end of your life.
Oh, no. That tracks.
But you've done some amazing things for the Walt Disney World Company.
I have. I really have.
Please tell us what they are.
I mean, it's rude that you don't know.
Yeah, it's true. I should know, but I'm at a loss. So tell us, what exactly did you do for the company? What were your big contributions?
Yeah, well, Disney was able to fund Frozen 2
Yeah.
with my popcorn purchases
Sure.
alone.
Sure.
So you're welcome for that.
So popcorn.
Yeah.
Eating popcorn.
Well, purchasing popcorn.
Purchasing popcorn.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I add some sweet, sweet harmonies to the Frozen sing-along.
Okay.
Which really enhances everyone's day.
Do you feel that's Disney legend worthy?
I mean, prove to me that it's not, I guess.
You're right.
I mean,
You're right.
who are you?
Right.
What have you done?
I just
Jeez.
created a Tangled restaurant, a highly successful Tangled restaurant.
Which is fine.
Okay.
It's no sweet, sweet harmonies.
All right.
I drink.
Period. Stop right there.
I drink so much alcohol.
Yep. Okay.
So that the kids won't get to it.
Oh, sure.
So I am preserving,
Preventative.
your children
Yep. Great.
from getting drunk in the
Yeah,
parks.
okay.
Because the more I drink,
Yes.
the less there is available for them.
Okay.
So that's a service that everyone needs.
That's right. So will you be accepting your award on dialysis? Will you be on dialysis during your acceptance speech?
I'll be accepting a new liver
Oh, a liver. That's right. Not a kidney. I'm cutting that.
during. Nope, keep it. Adam doesn't know anatomy.
What else?
I mean, do I need to have done more?
Yes.
Oh, I have.
Oh.
I am responsible for shutting down the Great Movie Ride.
What did you do?
I wrote so many letters.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Okay, everybody, you heard it here. Patrick is the one responsible.
You're
for-
welcome.
For the Great Movie Ride
I'll
closing.
say it. I'll say it loud and proud. Goodbye, Great Movie Ride. Or
Oh my gosh.
I like to call it the movie ride. Which paved the way
Yes.
for never to be opened.
Right.
Mickey's Runaway Railroad. Is that what it's called?
Have you been drinking right now?
I'm currently drunk.
Mickey's Runaway Railway.
Yep, that's
Mickey
what it's
and
called.
Minnie's. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Hashtag We're With Minnie.
That's right.
I came up with hashtag We're With Minnie.
That's right. Okay, so that's another one.
Legendary.
Yeah.
Legendary.
Do you think you're going to get a window above Main Street in the Magic Kingdom?
I do.
And what's your shop going to be, or what's it going to advertise in your window?
Well, it's going to be a massage parlor.
Okay. Stop. Yep. Okay, we all know where that's going.
Called Patrick's Magic Touch. Come up and see me sometime is the slogan.
Yep. You know, oh, God.
Legendary. I am Disney's finest and newest pass holder.
Yes. Yes. Finest.
Finest.
Debatable.
Tightest.
Oh.
Period. What? You know how you can hear tap dancing coming from some of the windows?
Yes.
What would my sound be coming from Patrick's Magic Touch?
That will do it for this episode of Gays Do the D. Thanks for listening. Ratings and reviews are greatly appreciated and help people find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, and Stitcher. To become a patron of the podcast, visit our website at gaysdothed.com/donate. For a donation of any amount, you can receive exclusive Gays Do the D content and help us continue to bring you the very best Disney news and discussion. Continue the conversation after this episode on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at GDTD Podcast, and submit your questions or show ideas to info@gaysdothed.com. Have a great week, everybody. See you real soon.